Hi everybody at Audix. My name is Thomas Lang. We're here at ArtistWorks in Napa, Northern California, recording for the amazing Luis Conte School of Percussion. This is John Graves, who's the engineer on the session, and of course the very handsome and talented Luis Conte.
Well, thank you, Thomas.
You're very welcome.
Thomas Lang, of course.
Hello.
And this is Thomas Lang.
We're here at ArtistWorks recording for Luis's new percussion school online. And we're of course using all Audix microphones. John, can you tell us a little bit about the mics we're using, about some of the placement maybe, some of the models we're using here?
Sure. The congas here, I'm using some Audix D2s, which are most commonly used on like rack toms.
Yeah.
But I like the way they sound on these congas. Very honest sound, full tone, and they give you lots to work with.
That creates a very, very sort of isolated, really
Right.
clean
Yeah.
sort of sound. I've noticed that too. The congas sound incredible, just acoustically, but when they're mic'd from the inside, it's such a nice, clean sound.
You place them, and they capture what you want them to place, but you don't need to gate them heavily. They're not picking up a bunch of, sizzle from the
Exactly.
hi-hat or anything like that.
Yeah.
You know, they do their job well.
Exactly.
And for the overheads on Luis's kit, we got the SCX 25s,
Yeah.
aka the lollipop mics.
Exactly.
And
that.
I love them. They're crystal clear, and they have a broad pickup pattern, so they're perfect to use on overheads on a regular drum kit like yours sitting over there, or a percussion setup like this one here. So on your kit over there, we have the CSX 112s,
Yeah.
which again, those are great for any acoustic instrument or for laying down vocals, but they are also awesome as overheads, as I've been finding out on this session.
I find, for me personally, sometimes for certain things, I prefer the CSX 112s as opposed to the 25s as overheads, because they seem to have a little bit more warmth.
Mm-hmm.
I can get them really close onto my cymbals, and they pick up more low end also from the cymbals,
Mm-hmm.
and for certain things I just prefer that sound.
And then the star of your kit would be the D6, in my opinion.
Oh yeah,
I love the D6.
that's a nice bottom.
Absolutely.
I use it all the time as my main bass drum mic, and also sometimes on my gong drums, on floor toms.
Yeah.
I just can't get enough of the D6. I could use the D6 on every single
Yeah.
rack tom as well, and it would work. I mean, it's just a great microphone. It's kind of pre-EQ'd almost to
Yeah,
the sound
exactly.
that you want.
Yeah, you can feel that low end punch that you want to
Exactly.
get out of every kick drum, but also even up as high as maybe into the 6 through 8K range.
Exactly.
You can feel that
Attack,
attack
exactly.
of the beater hitting the drum.
Yeah. And of course the I5 on the
Oh, yeah.
snare drum.
The famous I5.
The famous
The king of
I5.
rock and roll, as we call it. around
Exactly.
here. It's everything you could want out of a snare. I mean, some drums are harder to capture than others, and I don't think a snare drum's necessarily one of the harder to capture, but it's less fussing with it on the computer Pro Tools end.
Exactly.
Less adjustments to make, because it's just that honest snare sound that you try to achieve.
Exactly. I also use, of course, the ADX51 on my hi-hats.
Yeah.
I have one here on my left
Love
and one
that.
on my right over
Make
there.
some sizzle. Make some sizzle.
I'm making them sizzle in stereo.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's perfect. I use it as overhead microphones sometimes as well, because it's the same. It's a great hypercardioid, condenser mic with everything you need from a condenser mic. It's clean. It's really crisp. It can take a lot of abuse.
Yeah.
And it can take a lot of air pressure and gain, which is very, very important. It doesn't distort easily. No. Which is often a problem I find with condenser mics. So it's really nice and clean. Has a really nice, defined, crisp top end.
Yeah.
So do you think we should
Yeah, enough talking.
Enough talking.
Let's show them what we got here.
We'll play a little and we'll show you guys what these great microphones sound like.
Let's go.
Let's do it!